I want to apologize to everybody who was looking forward to my continuing the report from the Senate. Um, it was Senate Report number 98505, 93rd session of Congress, first session, where they validate and put on paper the fact that the Constitution, ergo also the Bill of Rights, is null and void whenever a national emergency is declared. We have perpetually been under a state of national emergency since 1933, when Roosevelt gave it a nice big kick in the butt. War Powers Act. No, excuse me, that was Bush. Trading with the enemy. 1933, when it was first started, it was about Farm Act. So we have history, people, that's been hidden from us or just outright just lost, that we need to regain, to have an understanding of how we got here, but more importantly, where we are going from here. Now, I'd also like to express my apologies for my profanity, because when I get into these subject matters and I speak of how many people died from the false wars that we were manipulated into by the money changers, I have a tendency to get upset because I don't look at the cost as far as money first. I look at the cost of human lives and the devastations of the families that are left behind. That's number one to me. So we have World War I, World War II, Korea, the Forgotten War, Vietnam, Panama, the Gulf, and all these other wars. We've been perpetually at war. I'm blown away, people. I really am. But I hope some of you will be able to see this information. And if you don't believe me, I hope you're open enough at least to go out and research this data for yourself. If you have any questions as far as sources, I would be more than happy to answer anyone and provide those said resources that I get my material from. And I get it not from just one source. The only agenda that I push, the only agenda that I have, is a restoration of the republic with constitutional rule and common law equal to all. No special interest. No payment of the level of justice that you want, because justice will be equal for all. That's my agenda, people. Now, I'm an oath keeper. I was in the Corps, and I took an oath upon enlistment. That does not have a shelf life. But even though the Constitution may be suspended at the current time, and we are under a dictatorship, as we have been for quite some time, my pledge, my oath, is, if it's not to the Constitution, it is to the people who the Constitution represents. I don't care if Bush says it's just a damn piece of paper. It's not just a piece of paper to me. It's been my whole life. And to have everything ripped out from underneath us and turned topsy-turvy with the 10 regional governors, which means the breakup of our nation and rule by foreign powers of those said 10 regions, yeah, I have an issue with it. I have a real serious issue with it. So, I know I have not made the bankers happy by my statements in my videos. Do I regret it? No, I don't. The truth is the truth. People, you need to start learning the truth. I'm not on here to gain popularity. I have an abhorrence, actually, to put my face in public. I don't like this at all. I'm an extrovert. No, introvert. I'm not an extrovert. I'm a multiple PTSD survivor. And I have what's called borderline personality disorder, which makes me have a nasty temperament. The borderline personality disorder came about due to the abuse that I suffered as a child. There is no cure for that. There is a lady, I believe she lives in either Oregon or Washington. I've tried some of that, and I try to stay in a balance of wise mind, logic, as well as emotion. And I try very hard not to let one override the other. There needs to be a healthy balance. As far as counseling for it, forget it. It's very rare for men to get this disorder. It's mostly women. And when I went in, well, the one time I did make an attempt to seek help with the issue, it was all women in there. Guess who got attacked? Yep, it was me. I'm the one that took the heat from all the crap that men in these women's lives had put upon them, whether as a child or an adult or all the way through. I accepted it. I have no resentment towards them. I understand exactly what they're going through because I went through the same thing, but with not just one sex. It wasn't just a father figure or a mother figure. But I've already made videos of that in the past, so I'm not going to harp on that. Please, please, America, read and know your Constitution. Because they're at the point now where they will deny your unalienable rights. Why? Because they're Luciferian worshippers. The devil worshippers. They will not acknowledge our rights, our inherent rights that we got from our Creator. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That's a no-no to these people because it empowers us. They cannot allow us to be empowered. That's why we see all the dark things happening around the world, because they're feeding that darkness. I've studied energy for quite some number of years. I'm not a genius like Tesla was, but I get it, and I get a lot of it. So, anything and everything that I post on my channel, please just view it as factual information, check it out, and do not get into a negative or hopeless state of mind. There's no call for that. There's no need for that. Facts are there to help us understand. We need to learn. We need to stop forgetting our history. Please, America, I'm begging you, please do what you have to do to secure your country, or you're going to be homeless. Not just without a home, but even without a country. Please help save America. Thank you. And to all the Marines out there, Semper Fi, brothers. As well as the other armed forces, God be with us all. I do not go into the inter-service rivalry. We are all equal when it comes to the field of battle. We all bleed the same blood. I